Severos is a land of many beasts that we revere. The cunning wolf, the hardy camel, the fearless bison, the obedient horse. But no greater beast is there than the vulture, who shall devour everything when the world falls to ruin and decay.
My father would often say that the spirit bends to the needs of the flesh, just as the flesh bends to the desires of the spirit. Yet both can be bent with the right words. That may be the only truth he ever told me.
I met some crows this morning. They did not like you. It's okay. They're only a murder in name. Morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding.
I've always been like one of those performers balancing multiple plates. One day, my mom would say, all of those plans, those traps I'd carefully prepared might end up catching me instead. Like a spider caught in his own webs. I suppose I should have listened to her. Maybe then I wouldn't be bleeding out on this wooden floor.
Promote this more on Reddit.
Okay, we're live.
Oh God!
I was
Great, cool.
I was momentarily busy gifting a sub to somebody who just came into chat. A special shout out for new sub that just gave us up to Princess Brahammer. Came into chat. First time chat. My body is ready for blades and or darkness. The second, we vulture maxing it. Yeah, okay. I either need to ban this person or give them a sub, but
Yeah.
one or the other has to happen immediately.
Everybody saw vulture maxing, and I was like, all right, cool. This is the start of the day.
Just how you do.
Okay, well, anyway, we're live with Blades in the Dark, the Revenants. Very serious game about mortality and legacy and
We're totally
vulture
serious
maxing.
about this.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to segue into intros. I'm just gonna say my name is Janis, he, him. I run this game, I guess. And yeah, that is mainly it, I believe. Well, what else? The gang has started a war. We're gonna see how that goes for you.
Teeny tiny war.
Yeah. We've started a war with the Red Sashes, the infamous duelists and bravos that have eradicated the old gang that you all belong to. We're also without Shiv today, who is at MomoCon without a laptop charger that's working. So next time. And with that, I'm gonna popcorn it over so I can fix something on the overlay real quick. Anyway, popcorning it over to Glaiza.
Hi, my name is Glaiza, he, they, she pronouns, yes, in that order. I do a lot of things on the internet, especially in the TTRPG space. But today I will be playing Molto, the spider who has plans, very, very weird and windy plans that eventually get the job done, with pizzazz. Really, isn't that all we really want for any plans? To be pizzazz. Anyway, speaking of vulture maxing, Andre.
You're muted.
God damn it! That's right. It's me, your vulture maxing Giga Chad. I'm Andre. Pronouns are he/they. I'm playing Carrion, whose pronouns are he/him, and you can find me at Andre Art. I'm gonna throw it over to Prince.
Hey, I'm Prince. Prince Infidel. If you're vulture maxing. He, him. I will be playing our delightful slide, Elegy. Also he, him. But later on, specifically on Juneteenth or June 19th, if you're pale enough to live in Duskfall, um, I will be running a different Blades in the Darks game, specifically Blade 68, where we jump the timeline 100 years into the future, into the swinging 60s, baby. Uh, so if you enjoy me here, you'll enjoy me there. If you don't enjoy me here, show up anyway, because if you don't, you're racist. Uh,
Don't be racist challenge.
We made it
so
easy for you for a little bit on June.
So I think from there we popcorn it into the game.
Yeah. Well, we return once more to Duskfall. Let's start actually not in Six Towers where you're at. Let's go to Crow's Foot. Let us go to the illustrious, perhaps also infamous, Sword Academy of the Red Sashes. I wonder, like, you've all been in Crow's Foot before. You had your old gang there. The Red Sash Academy is an imposing building, old, but well kept. A lot of the upper class send their scions there to learn the noble art of sword fighting. Of course, it's also a front for the criminal enterprise that is the Red Sash gang. So as we approach this building, I'm going to say, Prince, how does it look on the outside?
I believe it is a very surprisingly very polished and clean compared to the rest of, well, just the city, especially this district. It's a mix of classical, like Romanesque architecture with some Iruvian, like sort of vaguely like Middle Eastern elements woven in there, or that really makes it stand out from everything surrounding it. Uh, large iron wrought fence around the entire complex.
We move past the iron fence and inside the hallways, there is a lot of muffled chatter. Everybody here knows, by now at least, that 3 of the sashes have been ambushed and 2 of them apparently killed. One of them has returned, or maybe not. That is the strange thing. Everybody seems to know something different about the one that returned. Dead, alive, some even say possessed by ghosts. Nobody really knows what's happening. But as we move through the hallways, what do we see here and how is the mood? And that's a question for Andre.
I think the mood right now amongst the Red Sashes is lots of panic. I think that the Red Sashes have had a fairly stable position amongst a lot of the other factions within Duskfall, and not that they've never had any issues in the past before. This is, I think, for a lot of the newest recruits, maybe their first major scuffle in maybe several months. And especially after the elimination of our gang a while back, that felt like a very like finite resolution. So to have rumors of the same people coming back is kind of almost eerie to some degree.
Yeah, the more senior ones of the Red Sashes, the ones that are also involved in the criminal side of things, would also know the Red Sashes have moved against the Crows, the most established gang of the district, and have had the upper hand. But now an old enemy is also coming back and assaulting them openly, and suddenly they're fighting on two fronts. People are definitely worried. But we're moving into the office of Academy Rector and gang leader Mylera Clev. A glint in her one eye, and she is standing in her office listening to the report of, in fact, the one Red Sash that has returned and has told her of a ghost, the ghost of Multo. And that's where I'm going to ask Glaiza, what does Mylera's office look like?
It's pretty minimalist. Um, she has this whole thing where like everything has to have its place and everything is put together properly. And it's almost clinical how it looks. There's nothing living in there. There's no plant. It's just whatever it is she needs. If she could have like if she could have nothing in that room, she would, because that means she needs nothing. But the only thing that's present in this room is everything that she needs. There's no pictures, there's no family pictures, nothing personal of her there.
Right. Except perhaps a few blades and her desk. And
True.
anything she
That is true.
needs specifically for her business. Her business right now being
Oh yeah.
looking at this person that she herself sent to Six Towers, where you're at, looking at him, this small, wiry man that you left alive specifically to report to her.
I did,
Looking at
yeah.
him like she wants to dissect him. Oh, my boy, you say you saw a ghost then? The ghost of a man that I specifically left alive. I mean, he that might have died afterwards. It's Alira just shushes him. Listen, that is the only option, and I do not make mistakes like killing somebody with a strike that is supposed to leave them bleeding to be found. But no matter. We will need to prepare for this. A gang led by a ghost is much different to deal with than what I thought you were going to go up against. Very well. I suppose our contacts at the Spirit Wardens will need to be informed, and well, as well as a few whispers. But still, your role is played. It is time for the adults to take care of this now. Dismissed, and do send the Blade Masters in here. With that, we're moving back to Six Towers, where in a dilapidated old tower called Crumble Tower Court. I've said the word tower a few times now. Inside there, We see Carrion and Multo and Eulogy. Taisha has disappeared somewhere following a large murder of crows, as one does.
Yes. As one named Taisha is
Yeah.
want to do. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You're not alone, though. That brings
Hmm.
us to something else. You have leveled up your gang, and with that, you have that is the gameplay part is you have leveled up your gang, but also you now have a cohort. You now have a gang of skulks. 5 of them have gathered to join you, and we will define them a little bit. But I want to see first, like, how do you address your new gang, and how do you prepare them for what is to come?
I imagine I imagine before this moment, like a little mini flashback. Multo and Elogi are talking about who to speak to the new members of the crew, and Multo's like, "I can't talk to them," as he's wiping away ghost makeup and blood from the last thing. "I can't talk to them right now. You talk to them."
Fine, fine. Is there something I
And
should
you
say?
No, I don't know. You're the guy who talks. Also Kyrian wouldn't be talking to them. So you talk to them. Also Taisha shouldn't talk to anyone, really.
Yes, we can all agree on that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Fine, fine. And Elogy will meet up. I guess we'll have like a series of interviews.
It's like job interviews, hanging out and like
What are your
mhm.
qualifications?
Yeah.
How many things have you done? Oh, I've heard of those things. You're clearly not qualified because yeah.
This is this is a fairly ragtag assortment of cut purses, second story men, thieves, as it were. Thieves that were kind of pushed out of business a little bit by the arrival of the Red Sashes, didn't dare to do anything about them. But now word has spread about what you have done. And one of them, we're going to make the rounds again, since Elogi is apparently the one that makes that does the interviews. You get to tell me what their apparent leader is and what they are like.
Their leader is Silhouette, who is not the first person to go by Silhouette in Duskfall, and claims that she killed the previous Silhouette for that title. This is very clearly a lie, and everyone knows it. But like, no one has enough information to call her on it.
So we have Silhouette's skulks.
Silhouette skulks of 6 towers. Uh, six
Silhouette
spirals to
skulks
make it
already
like
doesn't fit on the character sheet, but yeah, sure. And yeah, as Elogi finishes the interview with Silhouette, it's like, yeah, just slipped a little knife between their ribs, and now there's only one Silhouette again. Easy like that, right? As the interviews conclude, Elogi reports the findings to the rest of you, and Carrion you're used to military muster. What kind of edge, what positive aspect essentially do you see in this group that you have now?
Um, Obviously, the crew that Carrion ran with during the Unity War was a lot more militaristic and brigadier, but he's not unfamiliar with spy work. Like espionage is also a massive aspect of the Unity War, and any chance to collect more reconnaissance means better executions of um, battle plans. So this is not at all like anything that like Karen is like disappointed
Yeah.
by or upset with. This is like perfectly in line with what we're trying to do as far as establish ourselves. Um, and in order to become a military power, you have to become an intelligence power first.
Right. And there's an there's a whole system in Blades with edges and flaws that your cohorts have.
Mm,
Um, for this one, you could say the examples given, and I think you can just stick to them, are
yeah.
they can be fearsome or independent or loyal or tenacious.
I like tenacious. I think these guys have
Okay.
been around the block, and these guys are local to
Yeah.
the Six Towers. They've this is not a pretty district to live in.
Yeah. So tenacious means that whatever task you give them, they will see it through.
Very
Um,
good.
but Murto,
I love choosing flaws. Give
yeah,
them.
you get to choose a flaw. Uh, they might be very principled. They might have there might be things about them that they just won't do for you. They might be savage, which is just they are excessively violent and cruel. They might just be unreliable. Um, that means they're just not always available. They might have their own things going on, such as just stupefaction from their vices, as the book calls it.
Okay.
Or they might be wild. Wild is drunken, debauched, and loud-mouthed.
What was the first two?
Principled and savage.
Principled, savage, unreliable, or wild?
Wild, yeah.
I think I'm going to go with principled.
Okay.
That's the reason why they're so tenacious. When they believe in something, they really believe in something.
Yeah.
But they believe in something and won't be swayed from it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, your new gang is now going to do whatever work you have for them. Above all, that means you now have people who are just going to go out there and do a little bit of ambient crime outside of the scores that you go on. A little bit of theft, robbery, and so on. But after this little muster in silhouette with a deep bow and a crooked grin leaves with her underlings, you're alone in Crumble Tower Court and you get to make war plans.
So
Mhm.
that frankly went better than I thought it would.
I thought it went great.
It did. We
Yeah.
achieved all our goals, though mm, inescapably, we seem to be. Well, it seems that the Sashes have declared a war on us more officially.
They were going to do that anyway.
Yes.
You, It's a whoever hits first kind of thing.
Hmm. I was just hoping we'd have a few more bodies to put out there, considering the number of bodies and uh, swords they have.
We're collecting.
So the question now becomes: do we want to stand our ground, or do we want to beat them back further?
I mean,
I don't think we can beat them back unless it's going to be coming from the inside, like rotting out kind of thing. We're
It's too
not
far
strong
for us to
enough.
go. Why
Stand
don't we
our
start
ground, I think.
barricading?
we
Yeah,
do
standing our
know
ground, making our space stronger.
this could be an opportunity in disguise. We already have a reputation here in the towers. And, mm, if we successfully hold our ground against the sashes, mm, that could allow us to get people to flock to us in greater numbers, thus making it easier to eventually remove them
Power
from
them.
the board.
I agree. We have made multiple, you know, connections. The Hound, the the sisters.
Mm.
Let's
Actually,
make let's make them stronger connections. I'm sure they hate the Red Sashes as much as we do.
I don't. Uh, we have fit in with the hounds, but I don't think that's widely known.
Are we looking to make that public?
No, I'm thinking, considering they work in other districts as well, mm, as a group of smugglers, maybe they could feed some misinformation or something more direct uh, to the sashes, weaken them further. Or we could ultimately try to do that ourselves. Though we have other
I just
obligations on our plate.
I just want them to come out of their shell.
So what would lure them?
Yeah. We can't go to them. They have to come to us. Make our area stronger so they'll be tempted to come here.
But
Advantage is in the home court.
what will be the bait to draw them in? I don't think just our existence is enough for them to.
I think my existence is enough.
Hmm, that's fair.
Because
I
they failed to
challenged her.
kill you once, twice now.
Well, they think I'm dead. Hopefully. Hopefully that ghost thing did really well. But
And
even
if
if
we
it
are
did,
already sort of associated with the dead, and the magic aspect, do we want to approach the Dimmer sisters to see if they want to endorse us, like publicly?
You can certainly try. I
we
do
need
like that idea.
I think we need what we need to do is to make our connection stronger with the people that we already have. And then lure the red sashes here. Whether I appear as a ghost or as a real boy, to everyone. It doesn't matter. The leader is going to come. She doesn't make mistakes. And I'm one of them.
You're hoping to lure Clev out here.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
And as this discussion then reaches its conclusion, just for next steps, does that mean first step or two kind of parallel steps? Improve your relations with at least one other gang, the Dimmer Sisters or the Foghounds, which you already had +2 with. So next step is alliance. And secondary, find a way of luring out the Red Sashes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Then I think that moves us to downtime. And we have a few. Well, we don't have a few. We have one project currently going on, which is the secret of the undying Ulf Ironborn.
It's a pretty good project, honestly.
Yeah.
Personally, if Carrion shared that project, Tumulto would be like extra curious.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Even extra curious enough to give a bunch of downtime away.
Um, but it's time for your, well, it's time to see what you're actually doing about your objectives. You have also collected quite a bit of heat, unless you're spending, how much would it be? Unless you're spending 5 coin, I think, to reduce the heat that you're gaining from your last score, or 4 coin, you are going to go up a wanted level, and something is going to happen.
You know,
okay.
So
I have a lot of coin.
I also am okay to spend it. Like, yes.
Yeah, I think it's better to not become
Mhm.
wanted while we're at war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
that's
we
like
probably
we will be eventually, but like not now.
yeah, you can spend 4 coin, and you also have your local blue coat, Tasha. That is
Best
now.
friend.
No, your best
Oh wait,
friend is
no,
now.
not my best friend. The other guy. The
Not exactly your
bad
friend.
party planner girl.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who's just gonna get rid of a point of heat for you anyway. So I'm going to put you at a very relaxed 8 heat if you spend 4 coin, which means
relaxed.
something is gonna happen, but you're gonna.
I mean, it's relaxed for all the shit that we've been doing. Honestly,
You're not at a wanted level yet. Something is gonna come up though, and you definitely see in gameplay terms as you go out. You do see an increase, of course, after a gang fight in not broad daylight, but openly. I mean, there is no daylight, so, but openly, yeah, you do see a lot more blue coats around. And occasionally, it's reported to you, they are looking for people matching your descriptions. Not that you're directly implicated yet, but you've been seen around there.
mm-hmm.
But that said,
Can we
time for
alter
your
those
downtime.
descriptions?
Sorry?
Can we alter those descriptions?
You could reduce downtime, reduce heat in downtime, sure.
Hmm.
Alright,
Um,
well, I would like to spend some. I don't know if we need to do the montage scene for this, but I would like to spend some downtime to do a personal trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a training montage with Carrion instead would be fine. Would be fun if we're gonna do it as a scene. If not, it'll be with the personal trainer because I don't know who that guy is, but we do have one. I love how we have a personal trainer. Genuinely, this
Yeah.
is like the best. It's like it's just somebody that we call to come.
Just go down
Is
to
it
the
somebody
gym.
who just she's gonna go to the
This
gym
is
and
this is what I want to know now. You have this. You have a trainer, essentially. Somebody that is not somebody who is like doing nothing but train criminals, of course. It's not really a career path. But as we see Carrion and Multo in Six Towers a day or two later, making preparations, where do you go? And how have you gotten this person to join your gang now or in the past? Because this is the first time you actually use this personal trainer in the fiction, so they kind of also just recently joined up.
they could be somebody who absolutely hates the Red Sashes. Like somebody in their family suffered because of the Red Sashes, and it could also be somebody that we knew um through Cedric, uh and that's how he found out about us, and he wanted to help us because he wanted to, in his own way, bring down the Red Sashes.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Also, my boyfriend
And
helped.
yeah.
I mean, sorry, not my boyfriend.
Oh,
My
we'll get to that.
connection.
We need to get to that today. Right. So, if Cedric knows this person, they're probably also, or he's probably also not incredibly young anymore, possibly in his 40s or something.
Wild.
Ancient, truly ancient.
um, and has, much like a lot of people, obviously, that Cedric knows, a little store that sells implements, a few weapons, a few just very strange devices that look like they might explode if you use them correctly, might blow
Or
somebody up.
incorrectly.
No, I think they look like they are designed to blow up. And you get into the store. So, you're the ones that sent a red sash floating down the canal, left another one bleeding on the floor. We share the same interests then.
Yes. I'm glad.
Now, welcome to my humble emporium of all manner of goods used to all kinds of larcenous ends. If you know what you do with them, how can I help you?
I'm looking for a gun range.
Certainly, certainly. That's also a little question because we had this discussion off screen, but now I'm taking this on screen. You're also getting a crew upgrade, and quality weapons were in the discussion.
Hmm.
You could get those here.
I think that's great. I think that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we might see Carrion then survey the goods here.
I think we're seeing Carrion kind of just rifling around. He pulls out some nice pistols. We see some TNT. We see hand grenades. We see even like loaded cannonballs for. Uh, I think this might be even like on the map, like along one of the riverfronts or the canals, so that this can be used by as a restock station for ships that sail further inland. This is obviously pretty far inland for Duskfall, but you get it where you can.
Hmm. And while Carrion looks through the various weapons and incendiary devices here, Morto, I think, is taking a special interest in the letter, if I understood your leveling correctly.
Yes. I'm interested in learning about what's another term for it?
I mean, you are in gameplay terms leveling your wreck, right?
Yeah. Making things go boom.
Yeah.
Because we already made it sound nice with the incendiary
Mhm.
devices, and I want go boom.
And Jethro, as he has been called, christened recently in chat. Ah, that catches your interest then. Perhaps you would like to lure the Sashes into the kind of trap that bursts into flame, leaves them ashen and crispy. I have several tools for that kind of plan, and perhaps you would even like to learn how to use them better. Little specialty of mine.
I want to both be precise and also powerful.
Well, I can
I'm
help you
not
with the
very
power.
I'm not very I don't really care about safety. Either well, let's just say I don't really care about safety.
Well, just slams his hand on the table, and several of the devices around here make the kind of sound that really has you wondering for a little second if they're going to go off or not. You've come to the right place. Then I can give you power. I can give you a lack of safety. Now the precision, you take care of that yourself.
Okay. Gotta learn other things, right?
Certainly, certainly. And I think with that, and Moto gaining a point in rec, Carrion getting you quality weapons as a crew upgrade. We're moving on to Iroji and Multo. And I'm wondering what you two are up to. It's definitely a possibility that you're talking to the Foghounds or the Dimmer Sisters. You are the two more diplomatic in this group. Although Carrion has talked a lot to the to the Dimmer Sisters.
Do you want to do this as a group, together, hang out, or take one of each?
This is you and Iloji together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're talking to the Foghounds.
Okay.
So I assume we're meeting with Howl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm probably just sort of sitting back, watching, and also like praying, like, the Lord, if you would grant me what He has, I would be so very happy in that kind of way, really. Just like a wingman cheerleader there. Not that Elogi needs it, just, like
Yeah.
support.
Ah. My two prettiest birds, you have come to visit your loyal hound again.
Sorry,
You,
Andre.
Howl! Damn!
This is why Carrion doesn't go, because he's like, I'm the hound.
My loyal hound, I'm curious if you've heard anything about what's happening with the Sashes.
Knowing such things and who needs what at a given time is, of course, part of what I do for the little operation that I run with my sister. Of course, I have heard of a certain red-plumed hawk in Crow's Foot, all aflutter and nervous currently. And I have heard that you too might have had a little hand in that.
I'm curious, have the Sashes come to you, or any of your hounds, asking for things?
Now, if we didn't know each other so well, and I wasn't so invested in your well-being, I would simply say no, and it would be the truth. The Sashes don't really need our help in procuring weaponry or anything. They have their own supplies for that. But, interestingly enough, there are a few whispers, a few occultists, a few adepts in Crow's Foot that I'm rather aware have their dealings with the Sashes.
Ah.
And they came to us recently looking for all sorts of electroplasmic supplies. They wish to trap a ghost, is my assumption.
You can see Moto smiling. A ghost. Very interesting. Thank you for that information, his loyal hound. Just like nodding. I have a hound.
Oh, I am your loyal hound too, although I would only lie at his feet.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely do. I already have. I have a hound at home. really, really,
No,
really
it's okay.
cool. Yeah, sorry. You
He's
take it over. It's okay.
really? Were you? I'm honestly about to say he's cool. You know what? Not my business.
He really is. I
Um,
don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. I have heard that you are trying to teach an old dog a few new tricks. Well, apart from this dry exchange of information, is there something else that I could provide to you?
Well, the Sashes may be foolish enough to look for supplies elsewhere, but there are a number of things we'll be needing if we are to uh, endure endure their particular brand of brutishness.
Also, how are you able to encourage it more? The ghost thing?
Perhaps
That would be really helpful.
I could quite possibly sow the odd rumor of hauntings at specific locations that one may provide to me to pass along.
Perfect.
Of course,
Thank
as
you.
much as I am beholden to you as your loyal hound, such involvement could eventually impact the Foghounds.
What would the Foghounds need to help make it easier?
A favor for a favor. We might call upon you in the future. We have our own dealings with this man who calls himself Ironborn currently. It is contained, but not for long.
For or against him?
I still bear my scars from my first meeting with the man.
Well, I believe strongly, and mm, mm, both giving and receiving. So we will absolutely help you with this. Get your mind out of the gutter, Glaiza.
No, this is Muto smiling in happiness. Of like, oh yeah, you both do some giving and receiving. It's great.
So we'll be happy to help you in your dealings with Ironborn. I also now happen to have a supply of ointments that would be good for old scars if you ever need that.
He has great hands for massaging.
I have felt my old wounds so much lately.
I should probably get out of here, huh?
If you could help me apply these ointments.
Yep, I should get out of here. And Muto just sort of like, well, I'm gonna step out.
We see a Molto-shaped dust cloud.
uh, the next day.
Of course. Busy, can't deal with other stuff.
Carrion and Eulogy, you are meeting to, well, do what exactly?
Are we going to the Dimmer Sisters? I think us two have the strongest relationship with them. So
Yeah.
I think as we're walking, um, it's a pretty awkward, not fun kind of walk. Just a lot of silence, and on the way over, Carrion with Diogenes on his shoulder will um, pipe up and say, "I'm sorry."
What was that?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
For
for anything in particular? Just in general?
being violent with you.
Oh, that. Mm, I understand that I did act inappropriately first. I'm I'm not a coward, but I was thinking selfishly. And besides, I've been slapped much harder than
I
Just shut up.
that.
God damn. I think Carrion nods and says, "I promise whatever you have left to do in the Lost Districts with your family, we'll make it happen."
Mm, there's a very there's a series of emotions that come over Elogi's face, and he's not sure what to say for maybe the first time in a long time. um, thank you.
I know I am rough, but it is out of loyalty for our crew.
Uh, well, we are as coarse or smooth as the world around us makes us. Mm.
Very
In
wise.
fact, I would love to hear more about how Carrion became to be Carrion, because there are so many fascinating questions.
Diogenes just quietly almost speaks to Carrion. This one is not ready to know the secrets. He clings to life so painfully.
Mm.
True, but damn.
Elogi,
Yeah.
do you fear death?
Yes.
Why?
Uh, well, one, so far living is pretty great. Um, and from what I've seen of death, it is significantly worse.
It's not that life is better than death, it is that death is life. That is the course of how the world operates. And not in some systemic governmental way where we're supposed to just shut up and take it. It's just the natural order.
There is obviously value in being alive. There is much to do when you're alive that you can't when you're dead. And I think I've made it very clear that I prefer not to deal with ghosts. But there is honor in death. Death can be a reward, a mercy, a rest. It's up to you on how you choose to greet the vulture.
I can tell you believe that sincerely. I will say that that is utter madness. There's no
Why?
there's no honor in death. Have you seen how people die? It's every time it is terrible. It's disgusting. Mm, all that waits is afterwards is suffering. Mm, I know death is inevitable, but uh no matter how honorable it may seem at the time, I will fight it. Uh, mm, Tooth and nail, as they say.
Mm. So be it. And I think at this point we are approaching the
Yeah.
wheezing house of the Dimmer sisters.
Yeah. You are
I
let
love
in.
the wheezing house of the Dimmer sisters. Just breathing up and down.
I kind of almost imagine it like, you know how in like cartoons, like buildings that have like faces and they kind of like bounce back and forth. This one's not like energized. This one's like tired, you know?
Yeah. It seems surrounded by a fog cloud, but if you look beyond that, it almost looks like, could it be that the house is actually moving? Perhaps you're let in, move past the many gargoyles and statues inside. They seem to have been rearranged or perhaps even rearranged themselves since you've last been here. And you are once again seated at the table with definitely Sister Honorata. Now, my dears, what brings you here? Have we business already? I presume you're here to pay your tithe, but perhaps
We are.
even more.
Carrion will put a Porsche on the table.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You are such dear. But that alone doesn't bring us the pleasure of a visit, I assume. That alone also wouldn't have let the house know to open its doors to you. So I wonder what brings you here truly.
Before we continue, like looking into a mirror, I know when people are like, "Is she fucking with us with the house?" No, or is
I
she
mean, she's
being
obviously not telling you the entire thing about the house, but no, that's true.
okay? Okay. Well, I'm sure word has spread to you about uh, the ruffians known as the Sashes mm, trouncing their way through your territory.
Oh, yes. We spoke to one of them just this morning. Uh, I should say we tried to get a hold of her, but she is still so new to this life after life and fluttered away just when we had her. No matters. At some point we shall have her.
Hmm. Oh. Hmm. We'd love to hear when you do acquire her. But in the meantime, this will not be the last time the Sashes decide to uh, make their way through Six Towers. Uh, they have a uh, unfortunate view of the Revenants.
So we have come to believe, yes. No. We are, of course, well, we have enjoyed a very fruitful relationship so far. You've
And
been very good to us poor old ladies, my dear.
we would love to continue that relationship. Mm, that will be
Continue, yes, yes. That can continue, of course. As it is, you know how it goes. We give you a few tasks, and if you do them for us, you get your coin, and we are good friends, I would almost say, but perhaps you're after some more. See, we as a sisterhood are, of course, oh, you see us as we are, just just old ladies. And smiles an obvious just grin. Doesn't even, you of course know that she's lying about just being old ladies, but even Carrion understands that without the special abilities. And no, yeah, very much.
So that's pretty unsubtle.
Yeah, it's not even, yeah. Um, our interests are not in sword fighting. We are concerned with matters of the spirit. The Red Sashes may be a thorn in our side to some extent, but we can coexist. And with that, she's of course just saying they know they don't really have a reason to fight your battles here, unless perhaps you do something for them.
so the issue becomes that the Sashes are greedy. We we did not start a conflict with them. They started it with us twice over now. They will continually come for us, and then they will eventually come for more and more. They killed our old crew for territory, and it's only a matter of time before they decide that Six Towers is vulnerable to their particular uh, type of strength. Um, so the question becomes, do you put spirit to steel now or later? And
Oh,
now you have the Revenants mm, at your side.
my dear boy, you have such a sweet honey tongue.
Thank you. Mm,
By the way, the word honeyed, there is no honey anymore, I think, in modern day Duskworld. Like that's wow, that's a word that hasn't been in use for centuries. But anyway,
It's just a word to us. We don't know what it's about.
That will serve you so well in your long, hopefully long life. But yes, we would rather hate to lose you or see you driven to another place away from us. Now, there are two questions, of course, and Sister Laverna just kind of floats past her and sits down, not blinking, not really doing anything else, but just sit down. You could swear she didn't actually move the chair that she sits down on now. Two questions. The first, if we aid you in this, what will you do in exchange? And second, what exactly is it that we who are concerned with matters of the spirit can do to help you? What would you need our services for? And I'm going to let you have some time to think about that, because we're going to switch scenes. Last scene before the break, I think. And we are in a store full of odds and ends and curiosities. And also Cedric Folk and Murto.
And Bulto's here and is talking about just that meeting with Hal and Elogi, and it's just finishing up. And then so I left because they were obviously about to like do stuff. And then I look at Cedric and I go, "Lucky them, huh?"
Yes. It seems like that wasn't entirely hard to pick up on, yes.
Mm,
Now, Malik,
yeah.
you know, of course, that I am a purveyor of many goods. And
You
people
are.
come to me. People come to me with requests outside of the boundaries of the law. It is part of my profession that I have held for nearly 25 years now, to understand what people want.
Hmm. Are you good at understanding what people want, Cedric?
Malik, you too have not been subtle.
I hope not.
I
Sorry,
am.
I didn't mean to distract you. Go ahead. Tell me what you need.
What I need is to understand what you could possibly see in me.
What do you mean?
I suppose the question is rather, what would you see in us when there are so many years between us and there would not be quite as many ahead of us?
Is that what you're worried about?
Malik, you are a professor, as I have learned.
Sabbatical.
Certainly. Malik, I am now a purveyor of this store, of course. How often does your business take you to Coleridge? And Coleridge is the district that's just full of factories and the mine and so on.
When we need to, we go there.
Right. Well, it is where I grew up, in the house of my father. My father, who worked the mine, worked the factories, until that work killed him. Was coughing up his lung every day already, then his hair started to go, became stooped, and just when he was turning 54, he left us. And I am ever so painfully aware that I am approaching that age myself. Now I have led a different life, but my time is so very limited.
Let me ask you something. Is the reason you're asking me this is because you don't want it? Or are you trying to make me not want it? Because I can give you all the reasons in the world that I could come up with to why I'm doing the things that I do. But if you don't care for it,
perhaps
then
nothing
I'll stop.
There is perhaps nothing I want more. But you, and I know this, you should not want it.
You get to decide what you want. And I get to decide what I want. And what I want, Cedric Folk, is you. Now, do you want me or do you not want me? Because you can have me.
Are you certain?
Yeah, I am.
He walks past you and locks the door to his shop.
We clutched it out, gang.
Yeah! I did it!
That's where we're gonna go on break. And we return. Hello, everybody. We've done a little bit of downtime off camera. Molto has acquired reverse spirit bane charms, which are just spirit lures for everybody. So everybody can do that now. We also return to Elogi and Carrion, who themselves have just been on a hunt, tying up a few one loose end from the last score, and helping the Dimmer sisters acquire a new bottled ghost. And they return to Crumble Tower Court with an offer from the Dimmer sisters. That offer, as Sister Honorata croakingly explained to the two, under the watchful, unblinking eyes of Sister Laverna is the following. The Dimmer Sisters provide a few ghosts to you, not of their own supply. Instead, there are many, many ghosts in Crow's Foot, the site of the most gang violence in Doskvor, that could be summoned over through the many ghostly ways and passages in Doskvor to 6 Towers as soon as the Red Sashes come looking for you. They would do that. They would even go so far as to bind these ghosts to your service. That will give you the Informants crew upgrade. You'll just have ghost informants. All of that just for you to spring a trap on the Red Sashes. And in exchange for sticking out their geriatric necks for you, the Dimmer Sisters will just have one request. You will help them take down the arms of the Weeping Lady that has been a thorn in their side for quite a while. You have a job offer from them for that, which is to infiltrate the arms of the Weeping Lady. And you will have to take that as soon as your little issue with the Red Sashes is resolved. And you will be expected to see it through just as the Dimmer Sisters will see it through right now.
That sounds
with
great.
That offer on the table, we return to Crumble Tower Court as you make plans.
Who's the Weeping Lady? Doesn't matter. We hate her.
It's
The
just
Weeping
a
Lady is a church-affiliated, just poor like almshouse soup kitchen built into a kind of refurbished opera house. But apparently there are some things going on there that the Dimmer Sisters don't like.
I hope we hate her.
I think it's named after a saint or of some sort or another. Doesn't matter. The important part is clearly the church is doing something through there that the sisters don't like. So
I have no qualms with this. I think this is a good score. So
I mean, we just need to
Through our
gather
relations with them.
information. It seems.
I agree.
You are very, very aware that it will not end at just gathering information.
They're going to help us. I think it's just expected that we should be able to help them.
We should be
And it is a very big help.
wary if the Weeping Lady is more than just an extension of the church, but deeply influenced by it. The Church of Ecstasy has quite a bit of resources and interests. This could be legitimately dangerous.
Just as dangerous as going to war with the Red Sashes?
Don't know yet.
Well, we're going to have to find out. Because the Red Sashes aren't going to take this down.
So are we going in as the poor, as helpers? Are we...
hoping to not be seen at all.
Oh, just reminder, this is the job you take after the
After.
war.
Yeah, after the war.
Right now, the offer is essentially they help you lure out the Red Sashes by very much playing up the ghost act that Murto has started, and that could be your next score.
All right, so
Because as we are in Crumble Tower Court, perhaps to set the scene a little, Blade Master or Blade Mistress, perhaps, Dahlia is coming to Six Towers with a bigger detachment of Red Sashes this time. There are, hey, make a fortune roll, somebody.
Sure, I gotcha. 1 second. Fortune roll. 1 die.
Sure.
All right. Go for it.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so baseline was gonna be like 6. And I'm gonna say this means there are 8 Red Sashes this time. Yeah. But of course, you don't need to kill all of them or even like take care of all of them. You just need to provide them with something and maybe eliminate a main target or something. Unclear, but I mean, it's unclear to me. It is probably very clear to me, to you. What is the goal here?
Well,
What message do you send to the Red Sashes?
we had discussed the explosives before.
Yeah.
We have discussed explosives, correct?
And I think maybe the messaging should be a little bit more public and a lot more incendiary.
Yeah, we do want her to come here. You know, if she's not
Of,
here.
Keep sending more, because the more you bring, the more we will just kill.
Mhm.
Like, we're not looking to like capture them and gain intel. Like, these guys we are exclusively wiping out.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Since Molto is haunting them, is there a way we can make this explosion seem supernatural?
Oh, sure. So I'm gonna have to ask one of you two, if we're going back to downtime a little bit, take an extra activity to acquire an item. That would cost you a coin to get the extra activity.
That's fine. I can do that.
And then you can pay an extra coin for a special feature. So you acquire explosives that have certain electroplasmic components that mean they will temporarily rupture, leave a little rift in reality, and open a passage to the ghost field. That and also a few ghosts might slip through.
Nice.
Highly illegal. This will be worth quite a bit of heat when you use it, so be aware of that. But
I figured we were going hot when we said we're killing them in the open.
Yeah. So a potential plan here, if I'm just piecing everything together, like what Prince, what you said before about the ghosts and as informants and the explosives, and Glaiza's plan to pose as, well, Ghost Molto.
Yeah.
There's a possibility to just use one of the many dilapidated houses in Six Towers. Six Towers possibly the only district in Doskwall where you have a few empty houses. The rest of the district is just highly, the rest of the city is highly overpopulated, of course. You can use one of them, make your way in there, and set it up as if it were Ghost Molto's lair. Populated by the many ghosts of the victims of the Red Sashes that the Dimmer Sisters acquire for you, and rig the entire building to explode. Or parts of it.
I'm happy with that, actually. That's a really good idea.
Wait. Are you inside of it?
That is my question then. The difficulty is, of course, like, how does Molto
No.
get out?
Okay.
No, I will not be inside of it. I
just checking.
will either with the help of Taisha
Mhm.
I know we've talked about not traveling in the elsewhere, but
You do have the
maybe
ghost echoes cropped. You always see when you know where to look. You always see these doors,
maybe
passages to the ghost field, and you can travel through there. Yeah.
I will be there and get out of there. Is it safe? When have I ever done anything safe? But, you know, that is a way out, and it will make it more believable if Ghost Multo just multoed out of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Multo is Tagalog for ghost, so like, yeah, multo out.
Yeah. So, um, you have a plan then, I guess, to blow up the Red Sashes.
Mhm.
With our
And-
bombs.
Yeah. Interesting idea. It's going to be. The question is, like, how do you get them there? That will be the approach to the score. How do you lure them there? And who is doing that? Because Molto is apparently inside already.
Mm,
The Sashes are roaming the district looking for information.
You hear of their arrival from Silhouette almost immediately. And say,
I mean,
well, we've got more company.
with my fine disguise kit, I believe an old homeless man for maybe a bit of coin will let them know uh, that he's seen something like that.
Yeah. And
Probably then deception is what is our
the
our
approach.
main.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think deception is the best approach here.
then I can stay perched up top somewhere.
Vulture
Alright.
maxing.
Vulture maxing.
Uh-huh. Um, I have, well, I think that means I can take you over to the score and take us on roll 20 over there. So, main issue is that you will have to deal with 8 Red Sashes plus Dahlia. Dahlia is going to be a separate problem. But also, there's one danger that I see already which is that Molto and Molto's status as a very living person is uncovered.
Mm.
If enough things go wrong. And everything else will, of course, come up as you deal with this. But we do see Iloji disguised, being accosted by two of the Red Sashes. Now, what have you seen them?
It's
Pew,
just
yeah.
it's a ghost. It's like the one you said you're looking for. Mm, mm. I've seen in one of the buildings near here. I can show you, but you know, things ain't free. Ain't free in this world.
You would dare to ask for money from us?
Please?
You can live if you show us right now.
And I think we see that scene playing out in a scope
Yeah.
through Carrion's rifle
Yeah.
as he's checking to make sure that Eloji is not being like shanked.
Oji, in disguise, like drops his head, like looking, playing up, feeling defeated as he leads them to the building.
Yeah. And that will be your engagement roll then. I think you get a lot of bonuses to that. You have a good disguise. That's an extra die. You have extra, like you have already established Molto as a ghost. That's an extra die. I think the Red Sashes are on high alert, but you're on your just kind of home turf, so that cancels itself out. So you lose one, gain one die. So yeah, that's 2 extra dice to the engagement roll.
So 3 dice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you will be in a controlled position to begin with. As the Red Sashes survey the building, and we see Sword Master Dahlia, who just looks at this. This is the one, though. Well, doesn't look like much.
Ghosts come in and out of these places.
All right. You two secure the perimeter. You over there check for supernatural activity, and as she continues to give orders, it's clear that something needs to actually lure her in and convince her that there are ghosts in there. Of course.
I have a genius idea. Can I have Diogenes inside? And like fly across a window to just give the illusion of movement inside and like rustle some boxes.
Right. Yeah. You also you have actual ghosts, but yeah, sure.
I want to keep our ghosts with us.
We'll use the actual ghosts later.
Okay, yeah, sure. This is to lure them in. You're in a controlled position. And I think that means you are rolling Diogenes.
Is correct. Let's see. Let's see. No bonus dice. Here we go. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be 3 days because we went up a tier?
That is true. Yeah.
Oh.
I think, yeah.
I'll just
Diogenes
roll.
is a cohort, yeah.
Well, I'll fix that. I'll roll another, just a fortune, just to.
Yeah.
Oh well. I didn't realize it was two.
That was also wrong. So
Dang it. Well, you know what? We'll fix it and we'll just re-roll. There we go. Okay.
Okay, mixed success.
We'll take it.
Right. Okay, good.
Sorry.
No problem. It's yeah, I mean it works. Diogenes is flying around there, and there's again just something that betrays the supernatural nature of Diogenes. Perhaps once again, extra talents growing. So the Red Sashes down. Is that a bird? What is that? Motioning to Dahlia. There's a ghost bird in there. A ghost bird. Is that all there is? And Diogenes circles again. Dahlia produces a flintlock pistol and shoots. And Diogenes will be impaired after this, although Diogenes might also have armor.
You muted.
I don't have armor like marked.
Okay, yeah, then you can mark it, but Diogenes will get shot here.
Okay, that's fine.
And you see, of course, that as Dahlia shoots, that there's this bluish green crackle as the bullet leaves the gun. That they came prepared to fight ghosts.
So, if the poor homeless guy who led them here could have walked away while they're setting up.
You see them right now just after the shot say, well, get in there now. And apart from the two that have been kind of posted outside, Dahlia and so 6 of the Red Sashes move in as Elogi outside of the disguise, I think, surveys this.
Yeah. So he is going to start. He's going to remotely turn on talking to a radio that has a stripped down speaker inside the building and to try and lure them further in. Like in one of the higher floors.
I guess that means radios exist. Yeah, makes sense. Why not?
It wouldn't be very good, but that maybe helps.
Yeah. So that could be, I mean, that's a sway roll or a consort, I imagine.
I love sway.
Yeah. You are still, well, they've shot, so now I think you're in a risky position after the last one went a little awry. And they're inside, so Molto is kind of exposed.
Hmm. I'd like to push myself then.
All right.
Probably don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I mean, Molto can also assist while inside because Molto can help the performance here a little bit.
Fully in pale makeup, ghosty outfit. Just
Yeah.
you know, also making sure that Diogenes isn't too bad. Like as soon as Diogenes gets hit, Multo's like, "Oh my gosh!" and it just sort of like starts. Don't worry, he'll come and take care of you, and then puts him in a little like quarter, and I'll make sure you get out with me later too. You know.
Okay, then that's an assist, and that's
Standard
if you
effect.
also push yourself, you can. Yeah, it would be. That is okay. Yeah, we can start a clock of luring the red sashes exactly where you need them, right where the least stable walls are, and explosives.
I'm going to push myself and accept your help. So that's 2 stress for me and 1 stress for you. And 2 extra dice. All right, a 5.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
So what do we hear? This works perfectly. But what do we hear Elogi say on the radio?
You thought you could kill me. You thought you could kill me. You thought you could kill me. Just like,
Just on a loop.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's like one of those
what
old
does-
wax seal players, right?
I would like to have a I will have to like a non mechanical flashback where Moto's like, your voice sounds better. Go record that thing.
You do it.
You do it.
Yeah.
I put the disc on, like play it on the radio.
How does Molto? There are 2 consequences I have for you. One is for Molto, and one is for Elogi, of course.
Mhm.
How does Molto aid this performance now, and how does the mask slip a little bit as I'm going to tick the Molto is alive question mark clock once?
They may have seen me pick up Diogenes, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute. Why is that ghost picking up that ghost vulture off of the ground and like carrying it away? Maybe I feel like that's a good because I already said I did it. That's a good
Yeah.
concerning.
Yeah, we see that. That's the ghost. And one shot gets loosed, hits a splintering wooden just kind of beam next to you, goes entirely wide. And then, of course, there's also a consequence for Elogi. Your radio message plays and plays, and you're speaking, right? And you're also listening, I imagine. It begins to crackle and distort a little bit. And then there's another voice. It is not yours, it isn't Multo's. It's also, just for the sake of it is not Typhsha's or Carrion's. And it just says, I will always return to you. And I think that's worth a stress roll.
Okay. Resist with resolve.
Yeah, there's definitely a ghost on the airwaves here. So yes.
Well, all right, cool. We wanted a
Well,
ghosty sound.
Yeah.
Feels
No.
like it's great.
it's an open broadcast.
I'm fine.
I feel we're fine. We're fine. We're cool
Luke is
though.
into it.
Or-
It's fine.
it's cool. He just
I
wanted
have
to
one
pitch
less
in.
stress now.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
actually
working
less stressed.
perfectly.
Actually, no, this works. We can.
Yeah.
We can.
At first, I was like, "Oh my god, a ghost!" Wait, that's what we wanted.
Hey, ghost.
um, but anyway, Molto, inside, a shot has been loosed already.
Okay. Hmm.
You need to lure them deeper into the house before you
Okay.
can unleash the ghosts and the bomb.
Got it.
Um,
Yes.
I think also as Molto is carrying Diogenes, you hear Carrion speaking through Diogenes through their mind link.
Okay.
And you hear Carrion's very bassy voice coming out of this bird and saying, "Tell me when they are in position."
Like Carrion.
Diogenes never speaks to anybody but Carrion, so this is the first
I was
time
just
that
like-
you heard
This is the first time that Diogenes
Yeah.
has ever shown
Ventriloquism?
that Diogenes is like capable of speech to some degree. This is just like a direct feed, basically.
Right. It's like
but-
it's like a microphone coming out.
Yeah.
Just like I'm not gonna disrespect you by looking for something in your throat, but I will. Yeah, sure. And just sort of like, okay.
And the glowing eyes of Diogenes just rest upon Molto as Carrion's voice comes through. But what is Molto doing?
After making sure that Diogenes is like in a safer location away from windows, so he doesn't get shot again, but near to me, so that if I need to speak to Carrion, I could just go use him like a walkie-talkie. Basically, I'm trying to like, you know what? They're all gonna die anyway, so I'm gonna go to the window
Mm.
and I'm gonna flip them off so that they would all come inside. They're all gonna die anyway, and the plan is to have them all die. Who's gonna tell them that I'm not a real ghost?
Yeah, okay, ghost flipping them off. Sure. I am not entirely sure. Like, okay, that is probably a sway roll.
Sweet, cool.
Yeah, you're baiting them. You're just
Yeah.
taunting them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still wearing ghost stuff. People outside could be like ghost, but like, all right, cool.
You do know that they have guns. But anyway, like in character, you know that they have guns.
I
So-
do. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
shoot me, but
Yeah, they might, but yeah, roll it. See.
yeah.
What if you
it's
actually
fine.
died this session?
That would be interesting.
I mean, I have plans. All right, let's do this. You said sway?
I think so, unless you say it's something else.
I mean, I don't
You have
think it's anything
command?
else. I have
Yeah,
command, but
command
it's the same.
is command makes more sense, honestly, but both make
I have
sense.
command, but it's the same.
Yeah.
So I
Unless you also have like a quality disguise kit, but I think that is mainly something that Emoji has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
I have a 5. Yeah, no, I don't have that one.
Yeah, okay. Then it's just the basic roll.
Cool. I'm going to also get I'm gonna push myself. Why not?
Sure.
All right. Cool. So that's just an extra dice, right?
Yeah. You can also push yourself, so you can also trade position for effect. You can move to a desperate position to get extra effect, maybe.
That might
We're
be
at we're at controlled
You're at
or
risky.
risky.
You've moved
Yeah,
to
let's move it to
risky.
desperate.
Okay.
I am pretty desperate. Uh, and then what would be the effect?
It would move to great effect then.
Cool. And then bonus dice would be 1, right?
If you push yourself, yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, here goes. What is
Okay.
it? I didn't see it.
You succeed.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I did. Whoa!
I'm gonna say so. I can simply tick the lure the Red Sashes clock 3 times, and you describe how that happens, or I tick it 2 times, and there's some extra effect that you set up with your great result. A little advantage for later, maybe.
Aw.
Like maybe you get them to break up in the house so you can pick them off a little before you trigger the explosion or something. Right now, they're
So-
all kind of going together.
So 2, and then I have an advantage somewhere when they're already inside.
You need to say
or
what
3.
else happens, but yeah.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
you describe
So-
the outcome of your actions here.
Okay. Perfect. So I make sure I get seen. And if I may, I would like a flashback, but maybe not mechanical. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This woman is somebody that Molto has worked with when Molto has worked, like a little bit of like on the side with the Red Sashes back then.
Mhm.
And so Molto looks at her straight in her eyes and goes, "Fuck you, bitch." Right at her. And I want her to see me. And I want her to know that I am not a ghost.
Right.
And I want her to come get me. And then I want to immediately move away from the window.
Okay. I'm going to say that is almost a devil's bargain.
Okay.
Which is that I'm going to tick the Molto is alive clock once more because one of them is now aware.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Molto's alive, but everyone else will be dead soon. So it's cool.
So, he's alive. It's not a ghost. Get the swords on. We're going in. And together with the one position next to her, she's just going to rush in. And yeah, you have broken them up. They are now inside and can be picked off inside the building or lured together with the others.
I would like to use the ghosties that the Dimmer sister has given us to
Yeah.
pick them
I
off
mean,
one by one.
This is all a coordinated plan. So also Carrion and Eloge can also do something here.
Yeah.
But you can also just let the ghosts loose.
So, near the speaker that I set up, if they're going in that direction, presumably, so that area also has like there is a room in that room with a speaker. If they walk in, they see a number of mirrors.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The old mirror lore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to flash back to how you got those mirrors if they are special mirrors?
They are not special mirrors. They're
okay.
average
Aw.
everyday
But
mirrors.
my special mirrors.
No, but this is invoking that. It's like
Yeah.
they're gonna walk in and
Making
be
them
like,
think about it. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? But in one corner, that's hard to see, is since cameras exist, is
I'm not sure cameras exist now.
cameras do exist. The Pritchard camera is what it's called.
It's on my list too. The
Yeah.
Pritchard's
Okay,
camera.
yes, but they are more like old timey, like photo cameras that just
Yeah, I'm not saying
that
like a
develops up.
motion.
Like there's no
camera.
video feed.
Yeah, there's no video feed.
Yeah.
But there is flickering and the scene in several of the mirrors, like at times an image of Molto.
Okay, it is that kind of camera. Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the oldest camera obscura thing that could possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're like, wait, what? What's this going on? So they're like,
I mean, I would
Lord.
almost, yeah. Cover it. Just cover it. Cover it and move on. This is, come on. But then, what is the action that you take here, or is there something?
Oh, it's very simple. They, in amongst the creaky floorboards that they step on, that is attached to something that releases something over the door. Trance powder.
Okay.
Which
This is, that can be several things, I think. Then what do you want to roll here? Because that could be finesse, tinker.
Well, I have pips and finesse, so let's go with that one.
I mean, it's kind of a flashback to when you affixed that, but that's not going to cost you any stress. So it's more like, does it go off in the moment?
Yeah, I would like to push myself again.
Okay.
Unless you want to offer a devil's bargain, but
you're not in here right now, so I don't really have a devil's bargain. If you were in there, definitely. But not right now. No.
What's the position? Risky? Desperate?
You are in risky. Molto has moved to desperate, apparently, but...
May I move this to desperate in the hopes of like really fucking this person up?
Oh, sure.
So,
this just means there are more people in there, so more Red Sashes that if this goes wrong will understand that they are being sabotaged.
All right.
It doesn't go wrong. You went to great effect, so I think that means you take out 3 of the Red Sashes here. And they are not dead. Just to keep that in mind for later. They are not dead. They are simply in a trance now. The door closes, it just slams shut, and we hear that. We also hear, unfortunately, that one of them, as this just copious amount of trance powder gets released, one of them was just about to hang some cloth over one of the mirrors. And I think what goes wrong here is, you just took random old mirrors from this ancient mansion, distorted wooden floorboards, the walls a little moldy. And you didn't particularly want to bring a haunted mirror. But you did, though. And one of them,
we just need to not have mirrors.
Falls into the mirror, takes it down with him, crashes to the floor. There's a domino effect. Several of the mirrors just go
Yeah.
down to the floor, shatter, and all of a sudden, Carrion, waiting outside, you see wandering through the hallways inside as you peer through the windows. There is a feminine figure with a bloody saw blade in hand. And through your radio, if you still have it near you, you hear once again, I will always return to you.
Okay.
There's a little complication there for you. But anyway, Carrion or Molto, who wants to do what next?
I think at this point, now that the sashes are in position,
Yeah.
I'm just preparing my shot to fire at our explosives. That's like I'm waiting for the call.
Okay, right. Then Molto?
Yeah. So, um, they've been divided into two, right?
I mean, two of them are kind of off wherever you lured them. You can. This is a fairly big mansion.
Right.
Like 6, 7 bedrooms, servants' quarters, everything. There's a lot of ground to cover. They can hear each other, but they're in separate places.
My goal is to bring them into the room where the explosives are, which coincidentally is the room where I am.
Yeah.
I want them to go to the room, and then as soon as they enter the room, I will grab Diogenes and just use the doorway to leave while telling Carrion to shoot.
Fire.
No,
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
I think you have about 2 ticks left on the Lure the Red Sashes clock.
Yeah.
But you can, how do you lure them now? Again, you have actual ghosts at your disposal.
Yeah. I'm using the actual ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm using the actual ghosts to coral them. So like they're coming in like you're not a real ghost, and then they're like, actually I am. And then they're like, and then they run.
Only 2 of them have understood that one of them claims that you're not a real ghost. The others still
But
think that you are.
everyone else have seen ghosts, and they're like, are you sure? And then I don't know, maybe she's like, I'll prove it to you. But then they keep running into actual ghosts.
I think that is going to have to be an attune roll.
Okay.
However, you do get an extra die.
And can I provide an assist through Diogenes?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Diogenes, this is, I think, the source of your stress, does not like this. These things should be consumed and not used. But you get an extra die, courtesy of the Dimmer sisters.
And then do I also get a die from Andre, from Carrion?
Or Diogenes.
Diogenes. So position is desperate.
If you push yourself, yes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna push myself.
I think you can. Yeah, if you push yourself, it's going to be automatically desperate once you're in a room with them. Right now, it's risky. But if you push yourself if you trade position for effect again, then it's desperate.
Yeah, and then so it'll be great. And then my bonus dice.
If you want to have a little devil's bargain, I will actually move that to I think it's extreme effect, and we can resolve this immediately. Extreme effect would mean The devil's bargain is I have just introduced a new ghost who is also going to be attracted to you right now.
Sure. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah, come here.
Why
Let's
not?
go. Why not? We're ghosting it up. So desperate, uh extreme effect. I will take that devil's
Mhm.
bargain. How many bonus dice? One,
I think we're two
two.
bonus dice.
Yes. Two. One for
One from the Dimmer
yeah.
sisters and one from Diogenes. What is Diogenes doing?
I think Diogenes is going to be in order to continue to spook these sashes more. I think will be like we talked earlier. He has that extra set of talons out again. I think we see him skittering on the wall like a cockroach.
Yeah. You can hear from outside again, just gunshots ringing out. Say, what the fuck is that bird?
Clearly a ghost.
And then you just
Yes.
hear, you just from outside, like we're outside. Carrion is just hearing the sounds just swelling up as inside there's just a great just you have never heard whispering so loudly it just rises up to howling. You see just furniture first kind of shaking, then moving, and then just flying through this mansion. And 4, 5, 6, 7. At some point, you can't count or tell them apart anymore. Ghosts just converge as the red sashes. Some of them freeze in terror for a moment, but they've come prepared for this. You're just inside. Molto, you hear Dahlia. You don't know who that is necessarily, but you hear her voice. Steel yourself. We just need Molto. One shot and we can get out of here. And she leads them all to you where you're waiting. And as I complete this little clock, as you are confronted by all of the remaining red sashes, Dahlia and her 5 underlings, how does Molto reveal himself and what does he say?
Moto is sitting on top of the explosives.
That's crazy.
And then I look at Dahlia and I go, "Did you miss me?" And then that is my signal. Flashback to the signal
Yeah.
to Carrion, and you go, "The signal is, did you miss me?"
Miss me.
Um,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then and that's I basically, the goal is to just disappear
Yeah.
through the ghost
Dahlia,
echo.
Dahlia has no eyes for the explosive and she's like, I never miss. But several of the other red sashes just look at it and say, oh shit. Get out. But will they get out in time?
We shall see. Is the effect great or extreme?
The effect is extreme because you're shooting
Great.
explosives.
I am shooting explosives. And
And
then
extreme effect also means that if everything fails here, you kill Molto possibly. But
and then
well.
we solve the
Probably-
problem of killing
No,
Malta.
no,
Of the
no.
ghost guy. Everybody's a
Yeah.
ghost. We're fine.
Yeah.
A bonus die from the Dimmer sisters. I would like to push myself.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Elogy, I assume, is getting out of there at this point.
Mm-hmm.
In your old man beard.
He's like, oh.
I don't think he has that anymore, but sure.
All right.
Right.
Here we go. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was scary.
You know, even if Moto did die today, it's okay. He already had his scene with Cedric.
Yeah.
Felt
Yeah.
like the right time, But
Um,
Moto lives again.
yeah, as we Carrion has no way of knowing that. Carrion just knows where to shoot, but has no clear view of Molto, I think.
Mhm.
So how do we see this all
Actually,
blow up?
I will also I'll spend an extra stress actually to use my new sharpshooter ability.
Oh, okay.
To push myself to make it a ranged attack at an extreme distance beyond what's normal for the weapon. Um, so we see up. I'm gonna say Carrion's actually on top of Crumble Tower, and using the scope to whatever degree that he can, as well as kind of triangulating with his mind's link with Diogenes. He aims the barrel of his elephant gun straight at like an almost like 45-degree angle into the window in the room where Molto is standing, and fires at the TNT.
Mhm. And as all of the ghosts just swirl around there, and Molto just, I think, smiles and then isn't there anymore all of a sudden. How do we see, like, what does this explosion that also ruptures the ghost field for a moment look like as this mansion partially collapses with the red sashes inside?
think.
I think that's still for Andre. I'm gonna have a scene for you in just a second.
Oh.
Or maybe no, actually,
Okay.
Prince. What does Elogi see as he just
Yeah.
rushes outside?
Elogi rushes outside. He's going into heading towards the meetup point, and when he feels the heat wash
Yeah.
over him and looks back. And you just see fire and dust. And there's
Yeah.
like there's no clear vision of anything. The whole area just fills with smoke, and he just keeps running.
Yeah. I would need another. I would need a desperate roll from Elogi actually to get clear.
Love
Oh boy.
desperate rolls. What am I
It gives you
desperately
XP. It's
rolling?
good.
It's fun.
Yeah, what am I desperately rolling?
I am not entirely sure. Um, I think that's prowl.
Prowl? Okay.
As you need to get out of there, and there's also debris flying around. You need to just get to cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna push myself.
Okay.
For an extra die. Standard effects.
Yeah. The effect doesn't matter unless you get extra effect, and something good may come of that. Well,
Okay.
you do find cover.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, you do find cover behind just once decorative petrified tree.
Mhm.
Take shelter. You see, of course, just the debris just going past you. If Taifsha were with you, she would now inform you, of course, that the spirit wardens have been alerted. But you
Mhm.
can
Being
imagine
actually.
that anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Never
well,
Really? Are we sure about
you
that?
see just blurred forms of ghosts just because you have set of bombs that partially affected the ghost field. They have been blown clear. just fly past you and then reform. And then, unsettlingly, they reform around you. You see one of your old gang members staring at you. You see several people bearing the crow feather cloaks that the gang that is called the Crows use. You see some other people, all of them, you understand, victims of the Red Sashes, except, and that's where your little mixed success comes in, except for one. And that is the ghost that we saw earlier with her saw blade looking at Elogi. And you can never leave. Meanwhile, inside, I need to roll something for Taifra, who isn't here.
Mm-hmm.
As Taifra easily, mostly easily, grabs Molto, disappears into a ghostly trapdoor with Molto in tow. Molto, you see Taifra shivering as something just comes over her. Her second eye very, just for a moment, just blackens as well. But then it passes. And you emerge on the other side as the building burns behind you to the side of Elogi, surrounded by a semicircle of ghosts. And with the last resolve roll from Prince, we are going to end this session. If this is a double 6 again, I'm gonna question Elogi's judgment, but last roll of the day. It's just a normal.
It's just a normal 6. Right.
Okay.
Fine. Honestly, he's like,
wonderful. Yeah.
This is what we expected.
You emerge again. Elogi looking almost tranquil, apparently, despite the chaos and ghosts around him. And that's where we end the session.
All right. Very good.
Yeah, really great.
Yeah.
Good heist.
Couple people got laid, and then a couple people got laid. Out.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good.
Yeah, quite a few people were blown up.
Yeah. And yeah.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Sorry, honestly.
I was just about to start outros, and then that I was like, okay. Good, incredible. Yeah, you have killed 9 people. I hope you're proud of yourselves.
Correct.
But you also found love. Well, 2 of you did. Carrion
got a pissed bird. Got an angry bird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Carrion is in it for the romance, so it's.
We haven't touched on that yet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm slightly worried, but
yeah. Everything you've seen so far, that's pretty tame, I think. You haven't seen Carrie.
I've been holding back, Janis. You don't know the levels I've gone through with different areas, but that's okay.
We'll see that, I think, next session, because with that, I mean, you have declared war. Now you've declared yourselves an actual problem that will need the personal attention of Mylera Clev, gang leader of the Red Sashes. We'll get to that next session. For now, I've been Janis, he, him. I GM games here. Mainly this, and also rent markets. Sometimes other things, but not for a while. Yeah, you can see this here every Saturday this time, and red markets on Thursdays. I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern if I convert that correctly. Red markets, delightful, whimsical tale of zombies and capitalism and everybody being miserable. Oh yeah, there's also toxic romance there, and just all kinds of other delightful things. Uh-huh. I'm gonna have another announcement in 2 weeks, let's say. But for now, that's it for me. And I'm gonna popcorn it over to the first person who got his character late today. It's Prince.
Yay!
The first one who laid down some pipes.
Hi, I'm Prince. Him. Or Prince Infidel if you're my loyal hound. Uh, you can find me various places on the internet as Prince Infidel. You can also find me on Juneteenth running a very different types of Blades in the Dark game. Well, we'll see. We'll see how those players work out. It will specifically be Blade 68, 100 years in the future into the swinging 60s. We'll be having psychedelic parties and afros so large they can barely be held up by a human head. If you enjoy that stuff, see me then. And I will popcorn it over to the second person to get laid, Glaiza.
Hello. Hello everyone. My name is Glaiza, he, they, she pronouns in the order of what makes me go E in my brain. I do a lot of things on the internet, especially in the TTRPG space. I run games, I make games, and I play in a lot of games. I'm also the Notion guy of Find Out Productions, where you're already at. All of my links you can find by going to connect.classicalglaiza.com or my website, classicaladventures4.1. It's where I'm trying to relive what it was like to have a blog back in the 2000s. Except apparently I'm geriatric according to Dustwall. Anyway, I am currently dating in the game, not me myself. Molto is currently dating a very old 50-year-old, and he got laid. I think that's the most important thing that you guys should take away from all of this. Um, if you find a classical Glaiza, guess what? You found me. If you don't find a classical Glaiza, well, you better keep looking. That's it. Andre!
Andre?
Sorry.
That's a new one.
I'm just
I
trying
think
different
this is-
things, really.
I think this is
Andre.
also the only time that the audio captioning has gotten my name right. So I guess I'm Andre.
I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to get it right, trying to get the captions to pick it up. You have to try different things, really.
Yeah. I'm Andre. You can find me at Andrew Rivera Art or at my website, andrerivera.art, where you can see my illustration portfolio and my actual plays, in my gams I've designed, I guess. We're just trying everything under the sun today, just to see what
You got to.
I just want to see how I can fuck with the captioning. And I was carrying today, and a little bit of Diogenes as well, and they're both he, him. I guess I don't know what Diogenes' pronouns are. Well, I've assumed he, him, but I don't know. Maybe we'll figure
Hungry,
that out later.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe hungry.
Hi, hungry, I'm dad kind of energy,
Kind of, yeah.
And that's it for me. And Shiv was not here, but Shiv is cool.
Yeah, Shiv is currently at MomoCon and has had a time there. I'm sure we'll hear about that next time. Yeah, adventures including not having a laptop charger today, unfortunately. So, yeah, Taisha will return next time, re-emerging from the ghost field with Molto and seeing your
And
new informant
Diogenes.
network of ghosts.
I'm also
Yes.
carrying Diogenes in my arms.
Yeah,
He went,
yes.
woo!
Yeah.
He doesn't need your help at all. He can
I know.
But
I
love that
don't
you're
know
helping
that.
him.
Nobody said that to me.
No one said that to you.
He
I'm
could
pretty
have.
sure
He talks.
I'm pretty sure Diogenes can't die in the same way we can. So, like,
It's fine.
I mean, he did get shot, so
he can get
Yeah,
hurt.
you know.
Getting
Yeah.
hurt and being dead are two very different things in this kind of world.
As we'll soon find out.
Mhm. Yeah, next time, ghosts, the not ghost yet of Mylera Clev coming to visit, and more. So, see you next week for, I think, the finale of the first arc of this.
yay!
So, goodbye.
See ya.